Hey guys, what's up? It's Shinobi Ranger here. Welcome back to another episode of our Total War 3 Kingdoms 1v1 unit comparison series videos. And today we have World Dragons versus Heavy Ji Infantry. The stats for the two. Okay, I'm sorry, what? World Dragons led by a Sentinel versus Heavy Ji Infantry led by a Champion. The stats for the two units should be popping up on screen anytime now, so you can pause and take a look and see how the two units size up against each other. We are playing this on romance mode, so in romance mode, the characters in the game are represented as larger than life heroes as portrayed by the novel The Romance of the Three Kingdoms. We are also playing this on extreme unit scale setting, and on extreme unit scale setting, all infantry units with the exception of a few units have 240 men per unit. Now the Pearl Dragons are the dragon unit for the Sentinel class. They are an elite unit as evidenced by the golden outline on the unit icon. And the idea behind the Pearl Dragons is that the unit is so well trained and so well skilled in using their weapons that they discard armor. They ignore armor. Meaning, what I mean to say is, so take a unit which is mastered its weapon, and in the art of melee. Okay, they're able to block incoming attacks to a very high extent, and they are so well trained and well skilled with their weapons that they can even block incoming projectiles. Incoming arrows. But in order to compensate for that level of skill, in order for them to have that level of fluidity and freedom of movement to enable them to swing and wield their glaives around to deflect those arrows and deflect incoming attacks, they can't wear such armor. Such a unit is the Pearl Dragons, and if I zoom in, you'll understand what I mean. Now, appearance wise, this is very bad. They look like pajama boys. They look like some random dude on the road who got called into the army, and he's like, there's a war, okay, come on, we need you. He goes, he gets his glaive, and he comes out. Or he looks like a person who just woken up. Okay, what is it? Today is a battle. Okay, where's my glaive? Let's go. Okay, so that's very bad. This is very bad. This is disgusting. A downright shame. You could have at least given the Pearl Dragons a decent uniform, for God's sake, to denote their elite status. If not maybe some light leather armor in the form of breastplate, something, because if you observe, you can see that they're not wielding any ordinary weapons, okay? They're wielding some ornate weapons. You can see that there is white cord wrapping on the handle there. There is a tassel of white horsehair. So that horsehair, it's going to prevent blood from sliding down the shaft of the weapon, making the shaft sticky and making the user lose his grip. You can see there is an ornate counterweight attached to the bottom of the shaft of the weapon to improve the balance of the weapon. So, some courtesy to have them have some sort of uniform or some sort of dress code, something like shouting monks, I could say, or warrior monks or whatever, some specific uniform. So having them wear these pajamas and common robes. Okay. So they're aggressive assault troops. They have a splash attack on the charge, and what I mean by splash attack is when they charge into the enemy unit and more units have contact. There is contact between the two units. They swing their weapons around, and all enemies who are in that arc of the swing take damage or are killed. So how are they represent this? First thing, if the soldier is killed, he is killed. But those who take damage, they are knocked back. They scatter the formation itself. I mean, if there was a proper formation advancing, like 5-6 men go flying all around. That's how the charge attack is, splash attack is denoted. And one more thing, they do not have the typical anti-cavalry characteristics of the pole arm and spear infantry. That is one thing to note. Okay, because all spear units, no matter how dirt cheap they are, if they are bracing for a charge which they are receiving from the front, enemy cavalry charging a braced spear line from the front in this game will ensure that cavalry gets killed off. They get slaughtered, they get skewered. So they have a charge effect, but these units do not have that. So that is another fact to consider as well. They are immune to fear and terror, as shown, and of course they ignore forest penalties, because I guess you could say They're so well trained that they've been accustomed to all types of terrain in their training, and they can, hence, they don't suffer any penalties whether they're fighting in any sort of terrain. Okay. Now our opponents, the Heavy Ji Infantry, led by this champion, so they are the best G Infantry, as you can see by the heavy armor they're wearing. Okay, this is not half armor, this is not half scale lamellar, this is pretty much 3/4 to full scale lamellar armor. Okay, like ridiculously high armor value, and you can see that. So you can see there is scale lamellar breastplate. They have shoulder pauldrons, shoulder uh, protection as well, in form of lamellar armor. So they have greaves. They have gauntlets of lamellar. You can also see they have thigh and some groin protection. Like till their knees on the side, there's lamellar coat, and there is to the lower part of the groin is also covered by scale lamellar, and you can see they are wearing heavy greaves. Now, this is a heavier lamellar greaves, and they are wearing heavy helmets. So the helmets they are wearing is also made of lamellar steel, lamellar iron, not steel, sorry, iron, and you can see they have a neck guard, so pretty much enclosing their neck. Their neck is also protected. So very, very heavily armored troops. This is something approaching equivalent to that of the elite units or the imperial units. Okay, so these troops are heavily armored troops, and that armor is going to help them survive in battle. Okay, now both units are regular infantry, so they're not militia, and if there was a strategist present in the army, they could adopt advanced formations. Now, both units have the caltrops ability. Okay, and they throw these caltrops on the ground. Since it's the AI sees an ability, oh, I have an ability, I'm going to make use of it. Throw that. Excuse me. Okay, and that's going to mess it up. And one more thing, since it's the AI, it's going to be finicky as hell. They're not going to charge into us, and if we charge into them, our splash attack is going to ruin them. They're going to get tossed around, it's going to get skewed, it's going to be terrible. So no charging to make it a bit fair. So okay, enough chit chat, let's start. So as usual, primary general, stay far away from the duel, no dueling for you. Our general, come to the side. Okay, now you will initiate the duel with enemy general, lock him in the duel, and let the 2 units fight out peacefully. Let's start. Head up there. So our Pearl Dragons have ridiculously high melee evasion, and they have a 50% range block chance. He's challenging us step away. Okay. So that's to show the skill of their weaponship. Sorry for lack of a better word. Okay. Now we want the fight to take place a bit far away from the 2 dueling generals. Why? Because if the 2 units are fighting it out very close to the general and the general dies, they're going to take a huge morale penalty. That cannot be avoided. Okay, but if they're close to our general and our general is behind them, they're going to take another morale penalty hit because the general from behind can attack them. So that fear that there is a stronger and faster enemy who's nearby who can inflict damage upon them, that is also going to stack up to the morale penalty. So to avoid that, we'll have the units fight a wee bit far away. Scroll back a wee bit more. I know it's not fair, I'm trying my level best to make it a bit fair, but to have the best result with the given testing environment. But okay, come on. Okay, that's fairly decent ground covered. Come on. There we go. Oh, sorry. No attack orders. I am so sorry. Okay. Caltrops.
你仍难逃一死。离胜利又近了一步。 敌将受首，贼众溃不成军，不能降，便当死。
Enemy general dead. Okay, fine. Get out of there. Okay, as soon as he gets on his horse, we'll get him out of there. Oh, get out. Get out. Okay. They took a morale hit, but already shaken. Hold on. Okay. Okay, let's. Okay, good. Morale is holding up. Okay, in the interest of time, let's speed this up. Okay, enemy unit is already 1/4 dead. They lost 25% of their men already. Okay, 1/3 enemy unit dead. Okay, wavering. Okay, we just crossed 100. Ooh, 101 kills. Okay. 138 surviving. Fine. Fair enough. So, fall back. (138 to 19). Okay. Okay, enough. Just leave them go. Okay, enough. See, stop. Okay, 219 it is. We got a skill, but again, 138 to 219. Okay, that was a pretty decent fight. So 219 in the sense 21 dead. 138 is 102. So 21 to 102. 184. Okay, that's pretty close to 5 to 1. It's quite close to 5 to 1. So for every Pearl Dragon who fell, we claimed 5 Heavy Ji Infantry when in return. Okay, so I mean the fight lasted a decent amount of time, as evidenced by the corpses littered on the field. Again, see, these troops are not meant for such offensive actions. Okay, they can hold the line very well. Defensively focused units such as these are good at holding the line. They can't get the killing done quickly. Okay, if they're facing cavalry, those poor cavalrymen are going to regret being alive. They're going to regret charging them, and they're going to regret facing them. But our dragon infantry, this is their bread and butter. Okay, they're meant to fight in such situations. They can take damage, and they can equally dish out the damage. So they can take a beating. They can dole out the beatings as well. So it's not that only like they're trash or anything. Unlike the dragon units, who are pretty much somewhat, we could say, somewhat all-rounders, these units are not so great. I mean, they're not so amazing. Like, oh, okay, they do so much against us. It's not like that. Okay, cost-wise, our units cost 900 coins currency, and the very heavy Ji infantry. The heavy Ji infantry cost 800. So just 100 cost difference. But again, look. The reason they survive for such a decent amount of time is due to that armor. That armor helped absorb some of the damage inflicted. Okay, some of the blows inflicted were turned away by their armor, and that's the reason they could hold for such a long time. And due to that equipment, due to that high equipment of theirs, they were well motivated to fight for a slightly extended duration. Okay. Ultimately they lost, yes, but again, you have to remember the unit they are facing. So it's always going to be a problem. Anyways, that's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, then leave a like. If you did not like the video, then leave a dislike. Share, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos when they are released. Until the next video, this is Shinobi Ranger signing out. Bye.